Welcome to Bajerski YouTube channel. Hi, just give me a second. Sorry about that, unprepared as usual. I bet you wondered to yourself how I actually became a healer and did all the things that I did the way I am. It's funny, but when you start the work, you go into a different frequency, a different mode. You don't become the mind, you don't become the spacesuit. You become something else. You channel or you open and you become more aware. You work in a spiritual sense. And that's why people say, wow, you don't look the same, or you changed, or wow, you don't seem the same person anymore, because you go into a different frequency. But I guess it's a bit like an athlete that trains every day, but then when it's that moment, something happens, something different happens. They go into another level, another mode. Well, that's kind of the same as spiritual work, really. So, I make mistakes during the day, I say silly things, but then when I do the work, it's a different energetic frequency, and thus ego doesn't play a part then, because then you say, well, actually, it wasn't really me. Well, it was me, but it wasn't me. Like, who you know me as, that ain't me anymore. I'm doing something else. So, can I take credit for the work that I've done over the years and the thousands of sessions that I've done that people have benefited from? Not really. I don't see it as me. So when people say, "Oh, you helped my grandmother, or you helped my brother, you helped my sister," and I went, "Okay, well, it wasn't really me. It was, Anyway, so I've got this here from Cindy Brewer. Hi, Cindy. I don't normally do this, but the staff just gave me this and said, would I just answer a few questions? So thanks, Cindy, for your great question. And the question relates to what does Mark do for his morning ritual, and the day with his crystals, and anything else to set an intention. So what you mean is, what do I do to prepare? You see, like I said, I just said there's two Marks. There's one Mark who gets up in the morning and makes his breakfast, and right now looks after a little doggy and takes care of a farm. And then there's the other Mark Bajerski that you may have seen in previous videos over the 4 years that when I was fully working as a healer, a psychic, whatever you want to call it, but doing the work, my preparation was completely different. So just like a shaman doesn't wake up in the morning every morning and prepare himself, because he normally lives a normal day, and everybody tends to think that all workers of this spiritual realm and work in this spiritual frequency does that every day of every moment. Oh, I've met many shamans, healers, psychics, mediums, and they just live a normal life until they do the work. So I think, maybe it's a good mindset to clear that out of your mind and see people as human beings, everybody. And then they have this work ethic that they will then prepare themselves, just like a chef goes into work who wakes up in the morning and basically, his kitchen's probably a mess, just like a plumber. His wife keeps saying, when are you going to fix the toilet, or so on. So anyway, so if I'm preparing for, because I can only share the experience right now, if I ever do live sessions of healing sessions, which I have done in the past year, that is when I will prepare myself. So I'll give you some ideas of the past rather than the present, because the present doesn't look so spiritual right now. Because this morning when I woke up, we had to take the dog for a little walk. I just said I need to get to work and work on some crystals. Had my breakfast here actually. Did a little live chat outside, didn't touch any crystals, didn't cleanse, didn't do any meditation, nothing like that. So again, it's probably better if I just share with you how I used to when I was a full-time psychic and healer, because that is preparing for work. So as I recall, working at tickle pink upstairs in a little room, I would wake up in the morning. I would generally try and drink water, and then, which I know we shouldn't, but I do drink coffee, and I still do to this day. But I hydrate myself, so again, not so brilliant, but I do. I'll get into work. Really, it starts at work. Really, it starts with work. So I go up the stairs and I prepare the room. So I'll feel the room, see if it feels right. If it doesn't, I'll sage the room. You all know how I sage. I've got plenty of videos on here. Once I've saged the room, or if I feel it just needs preparing with Palo Santo sticks, which you all know about, which I share with you, which are very powerful. I'll cleanse the room with Palo Santo sticks, and then when the room's in that energetic frequency, I'll normally take a chair and I'll sit it in the center of the room and close my eyes and probably choose a few crystals, and then just sit and meditate and see what comes through. There's been many a times that I knew who was coming for a session when I sat and meditated, in the sense of I knew what they were coming for. And that was quite beautiful. And one of my old teachers used to do that. She'd channel before we got there, and she'd already got the info, and it was pretty incredible. So yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd prepare the room, I'd hold crystals, and I'd just be at peace. I normally put music on, but it wasn't this type of music. It was very similar, but it was just music that cleansed and lifted the room's energy. I'd open the skylark to let the negative energy out and a new fresh energy in, because Mother Earth, Mother Nature, the air is very pure. So it's vital that you have a constant flow of natural air coming in, because it's Mother Earth's cleanser and clearer and purifier. Once I've done that, I'll start looking at my oils, and I would start rubbing the oils on me at certain parts of my body. At that point, I had 3 oils, which were the 3 oils behind me here. These are my original 3 oils there. So there's cleansing, there's abundance, and there's healing. So depending on what I was working on myself, what I felt I needed, I just rubbed that oil on wherever I felt I needed that oil. That would be predominantly it. I'd get the room ready. I'd have my cards, which are the Carl Rorik cards that I used to absolutely love working with. And I'd just put them in a pile, wait for my first client, because I would always like to shuffle the cards. So my clients could see me shuffling the cards, so they're not thinking anything strange, which I just like doing it for myself anyway. Felt good. So the room was ready. I like to keep the room warm. I'm not too keen on cold. I'm more in the energy of warm. When I'm warm, I'm not thinking I'm cold, which means I'm not thinking. So when the room's of good temperature, there's no thought about the room. It's very important that the room is perfect, meaning that there's not one thing that I don't like, because that one thing I don't like in the room will cause the rest of the room the issue. And I've often shared that with you before. You can have a glass of champagne, but just put 1 drop of arsenic in, and the whole glasses, you wouldn't touch it, would you? It's the same thing. This room has to be perfect, so I'm not thinking, I wish I didn't have that there, or I don't like that there. So there's no reason at all that you're looking at the room and it causes any negative thoughts or feelings. And the other thing is keeping myself clean. Cleanliness is close to godliness, and that too means I like to be fresh. I have actually 2 showers a day, 1 in the morning and 1 at night, always. And I know some people say that's not good for your skin because you need to, create your own oils. But for me, I don't like to smell, so it's very important that I'm clean. And when you're clean, it doesn't just mean washing yourself with soap, but your fingernails. If your fingernails are too long, you can cut somebody if you're doing a healing session with a fingernail if you just touch them so they've got to be, very nice and neat. I used to rub aloe vera on my hands, so they were just fresh and nice. But I have got very greasy hands, and there's something in that, by the way. Greasy hands. But if you have greasy hands, I forget it anyway. But it's a very, very deep subject. If you've got that kind of, I've got very hot hands as well as of late. For the past, from 38 years old onwards, I activated or started working with my hands and of healing. And science has come to see me and tested my hands on many other healers and said, wow, your hands are like 5-10 degrees more than other healers or other people around you. I don't know. There's some people who can touch paper and set it on fire. I don't know whether that has anything to do with it or not, but my hands do get very hot when I start the healing. So it's important what you eat and not to eat too much, because if you eat too much, your stomach is full and you get tired. So a good healthy meal, I realized, was extremely important. Smaller meals, so if it's possible, when you're doing the work or you're wanting to live a happier life, then eat this much in any one given time. So if you eat that much of food, then you've got it right. If you eat too much on a plate, then it's going to be too heavy, and it's more challenging when you're working as a healer and a psychic as well. So you need good organic food in your body. I started feeling a lot better when I came off meat. I've got to admit it. I started feeling a whole lot better. So I guess it's probably the parasites are less, and meat certainly comes with a lot of parasites, but people will argue and say that parasites also come with vegetables and salads and that kind of thing, leaves. But I wash the leaves when I eat salads. I'm very careful. So yeah, that's that. I like to wear crystals, and I want to sort of go on to answering a question from another client. Can you wear more than one crystal at a time? Now, if I know right now, guys, it's very challenging for you to find certain videos on Mark Bajerski channel, but I have made plenty of videos on that subject alone. So can you wear more than one crystal? So you just need to find the best way is to go into the search bar and type in wearing more than one crystals, or can I wear more than one crystals? Is it dangerous wearing more than one crystal? And something will pop up on my feed, and it should come up as oh, there it is, there's one. So try that whenever you've got a question for me. Ask the question in the search bar on YouTube first of all. But every crystal has its unique energy, every crystal. And each crystal has that unique energy for you or for somebody else. So if I was to take a crystal, and there's two types of energetic frequencies that I believe work with a crystal and when I put pure energy healing memory into it. When I put pure energy healing into a crystal, it's for a specific frequency, for that of like cleansing, clearing, protection, abundance, and so on. But a crystal in general, if you take a crystal from a certain country where it's grown, it has a frequency that helps with a certain issue, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. But I have many a times realized that that same crystal has affected somebody in a different way. So somebody might say, oh, I feel better because I can breathe better now. And then somebody said with the same crystal, oh, I can see better now. Now, there is something in that, because I believe that when you have a block in your body, when you have trauma, if the crystal clears that trauma, from that moment of clearing the trauma, something can be cleared on the physical, and it might not be the same thing with two people. So then you can say, oh, well, this crystal healed my eyes, and somebody will say, oh, this crystal healed my heart. But actually what it might have done was it might have targeted a block in the body that then allowed you to feel more or see more? It's really interesting. I don't have all the answers, of course, but the question was, can I wear more than one crystal? I believe when you wear a crystal, it's going to specifically target on you a certain point of cleansing, clearing, protection, healing, or blasting a powerful energy. If you wear two crystals, the other crystal is also going to do the same, but in a different frequency, in a different part of the body, for a different reason. So each crystal has its unique energy. Do crystals affect each other? In my opinion, yes they do, but only in a positive way, never in a negative way. So I wear between 1 and 50 crystals around my neck when I'm actually doing the work. So sometimes I'm just give me a second. Come here. Where are you going? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come on, sweetheart. Good girl. Sorry, she's just wanting a little bit of love, bless her. This is Lily. Lily's my beautiful 6-month-old girl. Oh, you've had a drink of water. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. You okay? Okay. Okay, baby. What I'm trying to do is not so much give her love, because if sometimes they want it more and more, and before you know it, then they're stuck by your side, and there you go, she wants to get down, which is great. But she just went out there, she was just, it's an art, and it's like anything else, each one of us teach our children our own ways. But yeah, she's happy. She's got a chewy stick, so she's chewing there. She seems very happy and content, and she's not demanding or wanting anything, which is a great thing, because if you can get a little doggy independent, she's off. She's off. What are you doing? She's happy. Anyway, sorry guys, diverse, you know what I'm like. So going back to crystals, I used to wear between 1 and 50 crystals when I was healing full time. And I would grab a certain crystal without even looking. So my eyes would be closed and I'd be working on somebody's stomach. And then all of a sudden I'd just grab a crystal and hold it. And as I'm holding it, I can feel the work being done. And then when I finished, I opened my eyes and realized, my God, I've got a tektite. And it's so clever without even knowing. This is why I say pure energy healing is a fantastic form of healing, because you don't have to try. It's given to you. It's basically channeled information. If you trust what you're doing, then that's the biggest battle of all. Most people think, oh, I need to know what I'm doing. Actually, no, you don't. You need to trust that what you're doing is the right thing, and that's really difficult for a lot of people until they come here after 4 days, and then they realize it's really the most powerful way. Can you wear your Moldavite too much? I don't believe in any kind of stopping somebody from doing something. All I can say to you is what I experienced and my clients. So that would be, what are you doing? That would be people coming and crying and saying, I don't know what's wrong with me, and since I put the Moldavite on, and is it dangerous, and all I can see is an absolute beautiful energy leaving them, a beautiful energy leaving them, and did I say that right? A negative energy leaving them to create a new beautiful energy. So as they're crying, I can see they're getting stronger on a energetic frequency around them. I see their aura and thinking, wow, your aura is getting stronger. So whatever you're doing, you're actually purging. So you may feel like the world wants you to out there. I know this sounds awful. I don't want to go into that, but you've been programmed to believe that if anything's wrong with you, if something starts to happen that is different, you start to get panicky and then you run to a man in a white coat or a building to put something in your mouth. Well, for me, whenever my body is purging, cleansing, clearing, detoxifying, I smile, drink water, and let it happen. And that's the same with wearing crystals. There's many a times that I've held a Moldavite and cried for, an hour, 2 hours, and I can feel myself just purging, and afterwards I feel absolutely amazing. So it's kind of a spiritual detox. So I don't believe, and I have never seen any evidence to say that anybody who's worn a Moldavite has died or become sick and ill. All I see is the actual opposite. They're actually clearing the sickness. They're clearing their sickness trauma. They're clearing their sickness through the way of detox, spiritual detox and physical detox. A lot of people say they have terrible migraines, headaches, terrible issues in their body as soon as they wear it, and that's because Moldavite has this unique gift of cleansing and clearing and detoxing and really blasting away all that needs to go. And I think a lot of crystals have that great gift of doing the same thing. Of helping a certain frequency in the body that is low vibration. It's very interesting, really. So yeah, I'd get the Palo Santo sticks and I'd do it, do my little ritual for 3 minutes all over my body, cleanse and clear, put my oils on, and then my first client would come. I'd get my first client normally came at 9 o'clock or 10. Towards the last year, it was 10 o'clock. So I'd spend more time preparing, going into Mother Nature and writing, and then going to work. So I'd do 10, 11, 11:30, 11:30 to 12:30. I always give myself at least half an hour from client to client, at least. Towards the end, it was an hour. So I go for my dinner and then come back and then again cleanse the room again, cleanse myself, always cleansing the room through the day. Drink plenty of water. Meditate whenever after I'd done a session, but to be honest, most of my sessions were 45-minute spiritual reading and then half an hour to 45 minutes healing session. And the healing session normally healed me. So then I was strong again. So I would heal people and then I would be healed as well. So like I came into this world needing healing. What could be more perfect than becoming a healer? Because by giving healing sessions, I was receiving healing sessions. So in fairness, I've had tens of thousands of hours of healing sessions for myself, which I needed because there was a lot of things that I needed to clear out of my life. So when people say to me, what would you say is the most powerful thing to heal from trauma? I'd say healing, without a doubt. But it's sometimes it's not cheap to have healing sessions. Some healing sessions can be literally thousands, and some can be hundreds, and some can be 10, 20, 30, 50. My sessions when I kind of finished were like 120 euros for 1.5 hours, and most people would get a free crystal or whatever, they'd get something. So I kind of and a lot of psychics here for 40 minutes were charging, some were charging 150 to 300. So I was a fair price. I thought I was a fair price. And that was it, really. I think that's it. I think that's it, really. So yeah, I mean, I guess the question you're asking is, I'd like to know what you do to prepare yourself and what you do in a day. I don't do much different from you, apart from eating correctly and staying away from nasty MSM and televisions. The only time I watch Netflix is to find out what they're trying to plan for the future, because everything in Netflix is a telegram for what they're preparing us for. So I'll watch that as part of my work. But I'm spending most of my time shaking my head, the film Look Up and now this new one, what's just come out about the girl camcording this building who was burnt down, the projecting psychics, mediums as evil and devils and stuff. You can see what they're doing. They're being very, very clever about stopping our work from people saying, oh, that's evil, when actual evil is that what's doing all of this. But people are always duped, they're always fooled. People are easily fooled, unfortunately, and there's nothing you can do about that. But you can only do your best, really. You can only be who you are, and the mistake most people make, in my opinion, is they become so egoistic. They think they kind of get this. What's up, chicken? Hey, what? Tell us what's wrong. Good girl. You okay? You okay? Well, I guess that's it, guys. Last day today, I believe, for the 10-hour online tarot course with me. It's a really good price. I think it's 100, and you get a free deck of cards, which are the cards that I worked with, the Carl Rorik deck. And they come to you by DHL. So depending on where you are in the world, for us it costs anywhere between 18 and 35 euros. So it's a really good deal because the course is normally 200, 300 euros. And a lot of people have booked on the course, and a lot of people are saying some great things. So I'm saying it only because it's a great offer, and it's a really, really, really great time to learn and expand your awareness, and these cards definitely help expand your intuition and your awareness. Not cards, they're not evil devil, they're just beautiful paintings on cards. But the way I share my experience over these 2 decades of how I learned how to read the cards might just change your life forever. It has a lot of people. So I'll leave the link below. Okay, go on then. You can take it. It's a piece of Palo Santo stick. I guess if you're going to chew any, I thought it was one of the crocodile wood, what they call these from. This is crocodile wood, by the way, guys. It's not ivory. I used to collect ivory until I realised what happened. We never. I always thought that elephants went and they died naturally, and then they took the bones, and that was okay. But then you realise when you start to do the research, there's a huge market for killing elephants, and that was it. Not interested. And shame on people who buy ivory to this day. Shame on them. But it's an antique. I don't care. You're still lifting the ivory market up. You're still keeping it high. Leave animals alone. Just leave them alone. Okay, guys, love you all. Final note, please subscribe to Mark Bajerski Crystal channel just in case this one gets taken down. I'm still on strike 2, and apparently I've got 90 days. So if I make any mistake, and if somebody decides to sorry guys, she's missing her mum a little bit, but I don't want to give her too much attention, but just enough. So I'm just working on it. Come here, sweetheart. What's up? We've just been out for a walk. Tell me. Hey, what's up? Yeah, it's a nice kiss, thank you. It's a beautiful kiss. Okay. Well, I think you're fit and healthy. I think you're all happy and lovely and gorgeous. Yes, everything's good. You've got your jumper on with love. You've got love on you. Eh? Happy girl. Tickle to me. Hey, hang on a minute. I thought you were meant to come into this world for me and give me lots of love. Yes, that's how much I bore you, eh? What a beautiful girl. Yes, what's that stick? What's this then? Okay, guys, I'm going to do a little bit more work. I hope this video serves you well. Please go to, if you have time, watch the video that I made yesterday. Was it yesterday? It came on yesterday. That's the aging game. Subscribe and watch the video if you want to learn a little bit about 8 criterias of today of how we can help heal, strengthen karma, how to talk to children correctly right now about what's going on, and so on. So it's a great video. I'll post the link below here, and please subscribe to Lynn's channel. It's great. She's got some great information. She's a dear friend of mine I've known for years, and it was a pleasure doing the interview. Somebody got a bit upset because apparently there was an I, because her editor put an I in it, one I in it, because I was talking about something and there was a lot of like pictures and they got, but you know, you're going to have to be stronger than that, guys. You're going to have to just let things go and not get too angry about certain things, you know. The woman made a mistake, bless her. You know, she put an I in, and it's upset people. Don't let things upset you. Be stronger than these things, and get the message. It's like when I went to see David Icke. Get the message, listen to everything. Yeah, some things might upset you, but don't let that spoil the rest of what you're hearing, you know, because last week I was a bit disappointed and I said it, you know, but just let it go. It is what it is, you know. David's trying to get his message out there, no matter, even if it is this guy who's swindled loads of people and done some silly things. Yeah, let it go, you know. David's trying to get a message out there, that's it. And no matter where he's putting his message, that's all that counts. So, really? What does that mean? Eh? Sound like a wolf. What's that then? You sound like a wolf. Eh? What's up with you? You sound like a wolf. What about this then? Yeah, she's a good girl. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you have a lovely day. I'm going to get back to do some work, and wishing you all a lovely Sunday. I will definitely do my best now. I'm starting to feel a little bit stronger, and I needed a bit of a rest from the last ritual we did. As you remember, it was a bit, it was, ¿Qué pasa, chica? ¿Cómo? ¿Qué pasa? So yeah, let's see if we can do at some point another healing, not a ritual, we'll do a healing live very soon. So yeah, get ready for that. All right, guys, take care. Have a lovely day.